Canoes race down the Amazon River. The wooden boats are rowed a kilometer along the water. Hundreds of indigenous come together to compete in the sports of the rainforest.
Pues tan importante los juegos indígenas porque ahí donde se ve quiénes son más fuertes.
Indigenous tribes from across Colombia's jungle region have come to test their skills. The games take place in the tiny jungle outpost of Puerto Nariño. Robert Hernandez has been hunting with the blowpipe since he was a child.
Yo desde pequeño, de los 7 años, aprendí yo a manejar la cerbatana con mis abuelos. Y ellos me enseñaron los secretos, cómo cazar, cómo fabricarlo, inclusive cómo hacer el veneno para la cacería.
La importancia de nuestra costumbre es mantenerlo firmemente como indígenas.
Luis Barbosa is part of the Tariano indigenous community.
Esto lo utilizamos para una defensa personal, para prevención, para cualquier clase de interrupción en la selva.
The competition is a throwback to the original Greek Olympics 2,000 years ago. The indigenous compete in sports necessary to survive in the jungle. The games are a way of keeping the indigenous culture alive, so passing it on to the next generation.
Para mí es un orgullo que esto se esté rescatando porque hoy en día nuestros hijos le da vergüenza utilizar esto, ¿ya? A través de estos juegos los niños están viendo, están aprendiendo, no, le dicen papá yo quiero hacer esto, quiero aprender esto, quiero manejar el arco, quiero aprender sobre la cerbatana. E inclusive pues es una parte como de educación visual.
Puerto Nariño is 1,000 miles from the congested, polluted Colombian capital, Bogotá. The jungles are home to countless indigenous communities, some thought to still be uncontacted. The indigenous experience with the rest of the world has been painful. Tens of thousands died when Amazonian indigenous were enslaved to work rubber plantations at the beginning of the 20th century. Their culture was further eroded by priests converting the indigenous to various types of Christianity. These games hark back to life before the Spanish arrived to the vast Amazon some 500 years ago.
O sea, nuestra cultura, esta cultura, esta tradición de la cerbatana existía antes del descubrimiento de América, existía ya.
These indigenous live on the margins of Colombian society, literally. The games bring indigenous from the jungles of southeast Colombia. Their territory makes up about 1/2 of Colombia's landmass, but holds less than 5% of the population. A sudden tropical storm suspends the games for 30 minutes. Then an hour. Then 2 hours. When it rains here, it pours. Finally, the games are delayed until the next day. Even as the adults' events are suspended, children can still play their games in the rain. It's time for the canoe race. Tribes compete in various events. Men, women, and team rowing. They race along the Amazon for a kilometer. In the Amazon, your canoe is your car, and everyone knows how to row. And here, the equivalent of your car breaking down is your canoe springing a leak. Jose Yepes Reyes competes in the race, representing the Amazon province. He's from the Yagua tribe. It's a close race. Reyes rows hard, but comes in second. He takes us out to show his normal day as a fisherman in the Amazon. Today he's looking for piranhas. In this part of the world, the street signs are on the river itself.
Pues si yo quiero ir a pescar, pues tengo que hacer la canoa. Me demora por ahí 20 días haciendo canoa, ya tengo que hacer canoa, ya tengo que dedicarme a pescar, por ejemplo.
Like others, Regis worries about the indigenous forgetting their culture, especially the young, who often adopt so-called Western clothing.
Hoy en día un niño ya no habla su idioma. No lo hay preocupado, mayormente lo que dicen aquí, lo que ustedes dicen, el Wi-Fi, está en internet, ya.
He blames the parents for not inculcating in their children the indigenous values.
¿De dónde sale el respeto de la casa?
The differences between indigenous culture and what is called the West is more profound than just dress. Regis worries the indigenous are becoming more individualistic, abandoning their previous collective vision.
Porque desde muy antes pues vivimos esa cultura porque vivimos en una sola casa. Mi hija consigue su compañero. En Occidente de una vez le dice vaya a hacer su casa. Y de ahí empieza la separación.
In the dark waters, he's found the piranhas. The fish quickly emerge from the gloomy depths. With their razor-sharp teeth, they quickly strip the bait, attacking en masse. Regis had his own run-in with the fish. One bit a chunk out of his finger. It's the piranhas that are on people's minds for the next sporting event, the free swim along the Amazon.
Participantes tengan algún percance que sean por lo menos como decir mordedura de alguna piraña.
Alberto Salazar heads the civil defense group in Puerto Nariño. It's their job to keep people safe. He says a fisherman was bitten by piranhas a week ago and had to be evacuated 2 hours down the river. Today there are no piranha attacks, but the civil defense is busy. Some of the swimmers seem close to drowning. They are so exhausted, swimming in the strong Amazon current. Fernando Piquaher is the winner. He reveals he was scared of what was below the river's surface.
No, sí, antes de tirarme estaba muy asustado por los delfines, la piraña y la gente comentaba muchas cosas que había pasado aquí en Amazonas, pero después de eso ya me concentré.
Salte para que afloje ese músculo. Yo le dije que tenía contratado una corvina para que lo jale.
In the end, the indigenous from the province of Valpez take the gold for the whole event. They'll receive a check for $15,000. Back fishing, Regis knows the value of the skills celebrated in the games.
Si no hay un cartucho, usted no puede ir al monte. Si no hay una escopeta, usted no puede matar. Pero anteriormente uno pues se iba, cogía la cerbatana y cogía el arco y usted lo que encontraba usted lo daba.
For the moment, the culture of the jungle seems safe.